My name is David Lawton, and this is my presentation for my class project. The basic idea behind my project was to simulate how I usually calculate my personal finance. So the user can put in their biweekly pay and the other financial obligations. From this information, the app can calculate how much the user will have left after each paycheck. With the money that they have left, the app can calculate how much they can put away to each goal. The user can put in what kind of goals they want to set, so they can set the name of the goal and the cost of the goal, and the app will divide how much they have left between each goal. Then the app can find the nearest ATMs and banks, and also will show them the most recent money-related news. This is my class diagram. I split into two parts so it's more visible. The top middle part here is the main view controller. It's what you're greeted with, so it gives you an option to create an account or sign in. To the right, you can see the profile view controller. This is where the user can create their profile. They can set their name, username, age, password, and the pictures. To the left of the view controller, you can see that we have user profile and user list. This is mainly more of the core data aspect of the program, where it just saves all the user information. Down towards the middle is what to do view controller. This is after you get signed in. This is where the user can choose what to do. They can either view their profile, they can set their money situation, they can set their goals, they can view the map, or they can see the money tips. So all those segments I listed before will have their own view controller. So to the left, we have the edit profile view controller, where the user can edit everything about their user profile. To the right, we have the goal table view controller. This is where the user can add and remove their goals. And once the user clicks a certain goal, it will segue into the goal detail view controller. This shows the specific details about their goal, the name, the cost, how much money they can save towards this goal, and other information. So to the bottom left, we have the set money situation view controller. This is where the user can set all their financial obligations. Right now, I have it set to credit card debt, rent, auto services, and subscriptions. To the bottom left here, I have money news view controller. This will give the user a long list of the most recent money related news. Once the user clicks one, it will segue into the news view controller, where it will show the actual article. To the bottom right, we have the view map view controller, and this is where the user can see the most closest ATMs and banks. This is my MVC diagram. Towards the top here, we have the control. It will handle login and profile creation through the use of core data database. It will also retrieve any saved information from core data. It will also handle fetching of the nearby ATMs and banks. It will also send the new user data and changes to core data. Also handles the changes of the views and interactions, and saves any changes to the core data. Down to the bottom left, we have the view, and this is handling everything that the user can see and interact with, and that mainly includes the map view, the table views, all the view controllers, the buttons, segues, and everything else. To the bottom right, we have the model, which I use core data, which will save everything that the app needs to do. So user profile, login information, money info, and their goals. It will notify the controller of data changes, provides updates of additional and deletions. So now we're going to talk about the interactions between the controller, the view, and the model. So in the upper left, we have the user actions. And this is everything that the user does. and that will go between the controller and the view. And user updates, that's anything that the user will update the information, such as the profile or the money situations, and that will also go between the controller and the view. So in the top right, we have notify, which will run between the controller and the model. The controller will notify the model of any data changes, such as the biweekly pay change, location info changes, or user profile change. And finally, we have the update at the bottom right here, which will also go between the controller and the model. And this will basically just update the model of any new information, as in new profile, new login information, new pictures, anything that's just new added to the model. So my project can accomplish all of what the project had asked for. Initially, I had a couple more ideas that I want to implement, but I didn't have enough time to follow through with those, which were the ability to save your favorite banks and ATMs and find directions to those ATMs or banks. Also, the user cannot add their own money categories to their financial obligations. During the final wrap up of the project, I wanted to make it look a little bit prettier, so it made me go look more into the finer details of the UI settings and see what I could do. And I finally decided on that dark mode is king, and that is how my project is implemented. I couldn't really find too much suggestions about the class because I enjoyed it very much. I think it should be kept the same as it was implemented this semester. As for the project, I also didn't find anything wrong with it, but I will say that it works well as a final because it makes you kind of go over what we learned throughout the semester and has you implement it. Now I'm going to show you a demo of my app here. First, we're going to create an account. I'm just going to kind of go through a basic setup. So I'm going to name it username A, password A, real name G, age 18. Got select library, set the picture, and we're going to save the profile. And then we're going to go back. We can create it again. We can set the same parameters here. Maybe something different. And we can just kind of click save. It also sees that the username already exists, so it will give you an error, make you change it. But we're going to just go back. We're going to go sign in. We're going to sign in with our previous credentials, A. And then we're logged in. We can see that we have several options here. We can also view our profile. Everything is saved there. You can also change your password to change it to B. Save it there. Go back. Go back. Sign in. A. Then B. Again. And now we can set our money expenditures. So let's say 1200, 200, 30, rent 500, our costs maybe 100 here. You can save it. Can go back. Can set our goals at the top here. Our 30,000. You see it adds it here. Click it. You can see it tells you the name of your goal, the cost of your goal, and how much money you have left over from after your expenditures. And that's how much you have, how much you can put down, how much you need, how many years you needed to save for this goal, how many paychecks you needed to save for such goal. You can go back, can add another one. And same thing, you can see how it kind of splits the money up because now we have two goals in here. You need 11 years to save. Yes. You can view the map here. Can allow. Find the nearby banks, ATMs. Can go through it all. and kind of see the news. Yep. Also delete. Also updates there. That's it.